As people around the world have been commemorating the martyrdom of Hazrat Imam Hussein ibn Ali at Karbala for over 1400 years. We in Toronto have been doing this for 29 years now. What we do is we have people from across GTA, Ontario, Canada, United States, even from the UK, that come from different backgrounds. It's not a religious thing. It is not a cultural thing. This is a humanitarian message. The message of Imam Hussein is you cannot bow your head and give up justice in the name of injustice. No matter what, you have to be true to your principles. You have to be true to the truth itself. As Imam Hussein taught us this lesson, and what we do is every year, without stopping, we remember this. We tell the story of Karbala so everybody knows and remembers this. Then, once they know who Hazrat Imam Hussein is, then they can understand what the message was. And we will continue to do this here in Toronto and across Canada. Alhamdulillah, it's been 29 years now, and we have the cooperation of all the centers, everybody across the country and beyond. This is an opportunity for people to come and pay their respects, their condolences to the martyrdom, and to show their love. And it's not. There's no limit, and there's no boundary to the love that one can show when somebody has passed away. When you look at somebody at a funeral, some people are very calm. Other people cry loudly. Some people show their grief differently. This is a reenactment. Azadari is what we do here. Azadari comes from the word aza. Aza means to mourn at a death, especially at a death. Azadari is the person that mourns at a death. So how a person mourns, how they remember, we allow people to come in and pay their respects however they want to, as long as it's within the boundaries, of course, the laws and the teachings of our ummah. We invite everybody from across the world, across Canada, across the GTA to participate, and alhamdulillah, people do. Here you'll see only one flag, the flag of Hazrat Abbas ibn Amir al-Mu'mineen, and that's the flag that we show. Where there is no other names, there's no other centers that we exclusive work with. It's everybody. This is open to everybody. So there's no political or religious affiliation and restriction. Everybody's welcome to pay their respect. This is what we've been doing for 29 years with the cooperation of the community, the family. My father started in 1991. After 5 years, he passed away, but we've continued this on for the last 24 years. We ask for your dua, your cooperation. We pray that Allah gives him a place in Jannah for the foundation that he has established, and for everybody that participates. And inshallah, we'll continue to do this long after me, my generation, my following generations to come. We're dead and gone, but this will continue like it did continue for 1400 years. And God bless everybody that participates and everybody that's involved in this one, anybody that contributes, whether by heart, by soul. Please, thank you very much.
टोरंटो 360 से हम हाजिर हैं क्वींस पार्क के सामने। आज मुहर्रम और हराम की 5वीं तारीख है, और आज इमाम हुसैन की याद में और वाक़या करबला की याद में यहाँ डाउनटाउन टोरंटो में एक मजलिस अज़ामना कदोरी, और उसके बाद हर साल की तरह जो जुलूस निकलता है वो क्वींस पार्क के सामने से बरामद हो के अपने मुकर्रर रास्तों से होता हुआ इख्तिताम पज़ीर होगा। कत्ले हुसैन असल में मर्गे यजीद है, इस्लाम ज़िंदा होता है हर करबला के बाद। हमारे साथ अल्लामा इमाम अहमद जैदी मौजूद हैं। मैं आपसे एक सवाल करना चाहूँगा कि मुहर्रम में जो जुलूस है, इसकी अगर आप थोड़ी सी बैकग्राउंड बता दें, और ये कि लोग जो है सड़क पे निकल के ये इसकी बेसिकली बैकग्राउंड और इस सड़क पे निकल के जो है ना कि ये इसका क्या पर्पज़ है।
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. تمام عالم اسلام کو اس محرم کے موقع پر جو امام حسین کی شہادت کے دن ہے 10 محرم کو تعزیت پیش کرتے ہیں اور دعا کرتے ہیں کہ سب لوگ حسین کو پہچانیں اور امام حسین کے غم کو منائیں، چونکہ یہ غم بہت عظیم ہے ہمارے اور لیے اور عالم اسلام کے لیے. اور اس غم کی ایک علامت ہے جلوس ہم اس لیے نکالتے ہیں. اس کا بیک گراؤنڈ یہ ہے، اس کا پیغام اور میسیج یہ ہے کہ امام حسین السلام نے جو قربانی دی تھی انصاف کے لیے، امن کے لیے، انسانیت کے لیے، اس کا پیغام دوسرے لوگوں تک پہنچے. اور اس پیغام کو پہنچانے کے لیے ہم اپنے شرعی اور اپنے جو یہ مذہبی چیزیں ہیں اس کو برقرار رکھتے ہیں تاکہ یہ پتہ چلے کہ میسیج کس کی طرف سے آ رہا ہے اور میسیج کہاں جانا چاہیے. لہذا امپورٹنٹ ہے کہ جلوس ہم نکالیں اور اس میں یہ بتائیں کہ امام حسین السلام کی قربانی کا مقصد یہ تھا کہ دنیا میں پیس، امن قائم ہو، لوگ عزت و شرف کے ساتھ رہیں، عورتوں اور بچوں کا احترام کیا جائے اور ہر کو اس کا حق ادا کیا جائے جو اس کا حق ہوتا ہے. ان تمام صداؤں کو بلند کرنے کے لیے ہم سڑکوں پر آتے ہیں اور یہ ایک احتجاج ہے ظلم کے خلاف، ٹیررزم کے خلاف، یزیدیت کے خلاف، جس نے دنیا میں سب سے پہلے ٹیررزم پھیلا اور حسین کے چھوٹے چھوٹے بچوں کو قتل کیا، حسین کے عورتوں کو اسیر کیا، ایریسٹ کیا. لہذا ان تمام چیزوں کے خلاف پروٹیسٹ ہے. اس پروٹیسٹ کا نام جو ہے عربی میں اور اردو میں جلوس کہا جاتا ہے.
ولا أرضا منحيا ولا أمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيا ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم محبتكم وقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله.
بحضرت تو سلام علیک اے مولا، سرم فدائے سرحد باد اے سرے شہداء. سلام من بشمان حاضران صغیر و کبیر کہ در عزائے حسین جملگیر دلگیر. صلوات. مجرئی خلق میں ان آنکھوں نے کیا کیا دیکھا. مجرئی خلق میں ان آنکھوں نے کیا کیا دیکھا. پر کہیں سے کہ پیغمبر ثنا آقا دیکھا. میں سکینہ کا جنازہ دیکھا. مجرئی خلق میں جا کے زینب نے مدینے میں کہا سغرا سے
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول المسدد المحمود الأحمد الشفيع المذنبين أبو القاسم محمد اللهم صل على وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من يوم هذا إلى يوم الدين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. We have gathered today to commemorate the greatest event in the history of mankind. We are remembering Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, the grandson of the Prophet, and with relation to that we are talking about one of the horses that the Imam had. It was called Zuljanah. Zuljanah was understanding what was happening on that day. It was going through the same problems that the Imam was, because it's listening to the little kids in the camp and they were all saying Al-Atash. That was the third day that they have not received any water. They were in the most difficult circumstances. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam was busy the whole day of Ashura collecting the corpses, the bodies of the martyrs of Islam and his own relatives. Imam Hussain had reached the level that he had gone in the battlefield again and again when his family was being sacrificed. He picked up the body of Hazrat Qasim alayhi salam, which was there in pieces. Imam collected the body and brought it to the camp, and the ladies of Ahl al-Bayt were crying. Imam went again to bring Aun and Muhammad, the grandson of the Prophet again. They were the ones who are the sons of Hazrat Zainab salamullah alayha, the sister of Imam Hussain. Imam Hussein's duty was most difficult when he went there to take the body of his own son, Hazrat Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar was 18 years in age. He had gone there to sacrifice himself. He was an embodiment of the Prophet of Islam. He looked like the Prophet of Islam. He was similar to the Prophet Islam in his excellences, in the people who were there against. And we have to understand the people who killed Imam Hussain were Muslims. They had nothing to do with any other religion. They were the Muslims, the same Muslims who respected the Prophet. 50 years ago when the Prophet left this world, he told them that he is leaving two things, the Quran and Ahl al-Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam, as his remnants. And within 50 years, the people, the munafiqeen, the hypocrites were able to turn the tables so much that the Muslims in general were ready to slaughter the Prophet's own family. And this is a very important lesson for us. We gather here to mourn Imam Hussain alayhi salam, but we have to show to the whole world that those who follow Imam Hussain alayhi salam, they are the best people on the face of the universe. Because we are here because of the greatest sacrifice. Hussain alayhi salam was dealing with people amongst the 72 martyrs. There were at least 13 people who were coming from the black community. They were the son and the ones who were the sons of the slaves that the Prophet's family had. And that is why we see when people are gathering today on Arba'in, we see a lot of people from other communities are coming and joining. And they are saying even in that atmosphere, Hussain alayhi salam was treating his own servants in the same way as was treating his family. Imam Hussain left this world in such a way that he came for the last time into the camps. And we're saying goodbye to Hazrat Zainab and Kulthum. Imam Hussain was saying to them, they asked him to sit in the middle, and they all gathered around Imam to find out what is going to happen if the Imam leaves this world. They knew that they will be taken as captives, they'll be taken from one place to another. Imam Hussain's difficult task was to leave the camp at that moment. Sakina was holding on to Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. And all the people of Ahl al-Bayt, the ladies of Ahl al-Bayt were crying. Imam Hussain was trying to leave and he was not allowed to leave. And finally when the Imam left the camp, he left the tent, where he came and he looked around. There was no one there to mount Imam Hussain on the Zuljanah. Imam looked for Hazrat Abbas. He looked for Ali Akbar. He says, where is Abbas? You are the ones who are mounting me on Zuljanah. Where is Ali Akbar? who used to help me. At that time, Honor Muhammad were not there. Hussein was standing and suddenly the Mount Zuljana comes. It was Zainab who was bringing the camp. Zainab was bringing Zuljana to Imam Hussein and she says, oh brother, let me do this last duty. There is no one to help you. Hussein was alone at that time. Thousands of enemies were around him. They were asking him to come out. They said, we have killed your family. We are going to kill you also. Hussein alayhi salam mounted the Zuljana. As he was ready to leave, Zuljana would not move. Imam Hussein said to Zuljana, this is the last time you are leaving. This is the last time you will be going to the battlefield. Hussein would be there no more. Zuljana pointed to his feet, and what does Imam Hussein see? It was Sakina who was holding to the feet of Zuljana and crying, oh Zuljana, do not take my father who went to the battlefield, never came back. Imam Hussein dismounted the Zuljana and asked Sakina, let me go, let me save the message of the Holy Prophet of Islam. At that moment, Sakina had a strange wish. She said to the father, I want to sleep on your chest for the last time. Imam Hussein got down on the dark sand, hot sand of Karbala. Hussein lay down. Sakina was sleeping on the chest of Hussein. And Sakina was so tired, she went into a nap and she saw in the dream something. She got up and said to Hussein, oh Baba, the father, go now to the battlefield. Hussein said, what happened? And Sakina says, Fatima Zahra came in the dream and said, oh Sakina, leave Hussein alone. Let him come back. I am waiting for him in the place where Hussein would be slaughtered. I am ready to take the head of Hussein. Sakina came into the tent. What does she see? She sees that fighting was going on. Hussein alayhi salam was fighting. He was telling Abbas, oh Abbas, get up and see how I am fighting. The enemies were saying, oh Hussein, how can you fight? We have killed your children. We have killed Ali Akbar. We have killed Ali Asghar also. Hussein said, I will fight because for the truth of Islam. And suddenly Jibreel comes and says to Hussein, the last time has come. The time of promise has come. Hussein stops the fight and suddenly Loha baras raha tha tumhare imam par. They all came on the imam. They started to slaughter the imam. Imam Hussein alayhi salam came down from the Zuljana. Zuljana started to protect, and suddenly what we see, Zuljana is coming back to the tent. Zuljana's head was dipped in the blood of Hussein, and Sakina said, oh Zuljana, you have not brought my father back.
I don't normally stand up here and do speeches, but just those who have been with us from the beginning and those who have just joined us, of course the reward comes from above. The procession started 29 years ago. My father put the foundation down. First of all, I'd like, please, because this is the only thing we ask, is that you recite Fatiha for my father, Sayyid Abbas Hussain Zaidi, Sayyid Munir Hussain Zaidi, and for all the Mu'minat that have passed away, that have no one that can recite Fatiha for. So please recite Fatiha for everybody. You have to understand that this procession is not new. Okay, this procession, this Azadari is not new. It's not something that has come to Canada and all of a sudden is being created. To show the Western world. Azadari, the word Azadari comes from Azah. Azah is a mourning, a 3 days mourning for any funeral. If somebody dies, you have an Azah. Azadari are the people that remember, the mourners. That's what we do. Now, when somebody does Azadari, when you go to a funeral,
the family members may react differently. Some are quiet, some are crying, some are out of control. But that's their love, that's their affection. And that's what we reenact, that's what we remember. We remember Karbala like it was today. So nobody is to judge how anybody else reacts or how somebody remembers. What we do, and make it very, very clear, and you can check with whoever you follow, your mujtahid, whoever's done, if you're muqallid, whoever you do taqleed with, you can check. What we do is within the rights and the permission from the in charge, okay? So nothing is being done here. Now, just to clarify, there are some videos, and I speak about this specifically because somebody that had the opportunity to say something in a very positive surroundings had something very negative to say about us, and I'm forced to say something. Okay, what we do was 1400 years old. Just because that party is new to Islam, that doesn't give them the right to change what we have for 1400 years. Please don't criticize, don't try to change what people have been doing for 1400 years, because it's worked. If you want to start doing missions, blood banks, jacket drive, winter drives, by all means do it. Please do it. Do it in the name of Hazrat Imam Hussain, but don't forget the message. When they talk about message, giving a jacket to a homeless shelter is what we are taught to do. But that's not all Azadari. That's not, you're going to give a jacket to a homeless person in downtown Toronto and say this is from Imam Hussain? He won't know the difference. Na'uzubillah, he doesn't know whether, you say, where is he from? He's from Iraq. Okay, well, can you tell him, thank you for me? They don't know. They don't know. It's 1400 years old. So they don't know who's he related to. They see the name Hussein and they relate it to some other people, maybe a bad leader or somebody. The first thing is what we do for Azadari, the procession is, it's a protest. It's a protest against injustice. We've been doing this for 1400 years. Come and see how we protest. Whether you do a hunger strike, you're inflicting pain or suffering upon yourself. A hunger strike. That's recognized by United Nations, refugee associations around the world. A hunger strike, simply to draw attention to the point. So when we do matam, when we do azadari, we're doing this because we're protesting injustice. And that's what we bring back. We want to show that for 1400 years, this cannot be changed. You can come in, you can call yourself whatever, you can say the salawat, you can say whatever, but if you're deep down inside, you turn around and say, the procession, these guys are doing matam on the streets, and it's a shame. And they're doing it, and I quote, they do it like we do it inside our mosques. Remember, children, that's not why I'm saying it to the children. Be proud of who you are and be proud of what you have. What you have, nobody else has. People one day will want to be part of you. This is something big. This is something that universal. Everybody knows this. I don't want to compare this, but no comparison. But President Kennedy, when he was assassinated, when in his funeral there was his horse. A riderless horse, black hooves and all. Around the world, you know what a riderless horse means. It means a horse coming back from battle. And you hear the stories, you know what happened. How he came back and announced the death of our Imam. So, whether it be Alam, other parties, we welcome everybody. This is something, beside this, every religion, every language, every culture is welcome here. We've had Iranian speakers, Iraqi, we've had Afghani, we've had everybody, and there's people here that speak Arabic, they speak Farsi, and you're more than welcome. For the new generation, if you want to enhance this, if you want to add to this program, please do so. But remember one thing, this procession from day one has been without a name. The only banner we allow in this procession, and this is from my dad and from our family, from everybody, request, everybody's welcome. It's the largest gathering of united Ahl Tashi in North America. And the one thing we say is that if you can bring a banner that's bigger than this banner of Hazrat Abbas ibn Ali, then bring it. Otherwise, you watch, you march under that banner. That's what you do. That's what we do matam under, that's what we do procession under. And everything else, no. We don't do it for name. You'll hardly see my name or anybody else's name anywhere. But we're here to help service. That's all we want. Do Fatiha for us, do Fatiha for people that don't have anybody, and that's it. You help out, and honestly, over the 29 years, I've seen people come and go. People have been with us, and people no longer with us. People that picked up a piece of paper and recited Noha, or picked up something off the ground and put it in the garbage can. People that are making things for anybody, helping people to go from one place to another. Rides. It doesn't matter what you do and how you do it. It's your niyat. So I don't want to keep you any longer, but I just wanted to say this, please, from the deep depth of my heart, deep in my feelings, don't let anybody sway you. You're on the Sirat al-Mustaqim because you have alims that are now today. 50 years ago, we didn't have this. You're 50 years. There's children here that have grown into this. 29 years, there's people that are here doing Marcia that are 29. And there's also 29-year-olds that are doing something else today because they think it's more important. That's how they're brought up. That's their kismet. That's their nasib. But please, please, please allow us to serve you. And if there's anything, and if we can do something, we will. And I apologize from my family, from myself, from my father, from his spirit, from his ruh, that if there's ever anything that we have done that has not been up to the standard or your liking, please let us know or forgive us. We try to do the best we possibly can to help you and to provide this platform. And anybody that wants to enhance it, please step forward, join in. Ahlan wa sahlan. You're more than welcome. Please come in. And now I'd like to Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Now with this, without further ado, I'd like to invite to recite the majlis Maulana Sayyid Imam Hafizadi.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen Sayyidina wa Maulana Hadiyana Muqtadana Abul Qasim Muhammad. والصلاة والسلام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم حسين مني وأنا من الحسين. صلوات پڑھ دیں محمد وآل محمد. ہم تقریباً چند سالوں سے یہ مجلس کو پڑھتے ہیں. اب کی بار میں ہمیشہ مصائب پڑھتا تھا، لیکن چند باتیں اس تبرکات کے ذیل میں اس کی تاریخ جو ہے وہ آپ کو بتائے دیتے ہیں. یہ رسول کا گھوڑا ہے، اسے تیر نہ مارنا، وائے ہو میرے ساتھ تجھ پہ. رسول کے گھوڑے کا اتنا خیال آیا، رسول کے نمازے کا خیال نہ آیا. حسین سمجھتے تھے جب تک یہ گھوڑا رہے گا ہماری قربانی نہیں پہنچ پائے گی، یہ کسی کو آنے نہ دے گا. لہذا اس نے کہا مولا نے کہا اے میرے وفادار جانور ذرا میرے قریب آ. گھوڑا کان لے گیا. حسین نے کہا میں اپنی بچی سے کہہ کے آیا تھا. بس ختم ہوئی مجلس. میں اپنی بچی سے کہہ کے آیا تھا اگر ممکن ہوا تو میں پانی لے کر آؤں گا. جا کے میری بچی انتظار میں بیٹھی ہوگی. خدا کسی اولاد کو اپنے باپ کے انتظار میں اس طرح سے نہ بٹھائے. خدا کسی بچے کو عزادار کے اس طرح سے نا امید نہ کرے جس طرح سے اولاد فاطمہ نا امید ہوئی ہے، جس طرح سے حسین کی بچی نا امید ہوئی ہے. گھوڑے کو جب اجازت ملی، حکم ملا، سب کچھ بھول گیا. اس نے اپنی پیشانی کو خون حسین میں تر کیا، دوڑتا ہوا خیمے کی طرف آیا. بچی گھوڑے کی چال سے سمجھ گئی کہ میرے بابا کا گھوڑا ہے. بچی چال سے سمجھ گئی کہ میرے بابا کا گھوڑا ہے. بس سننا تھا. خوشی سے کھڑی ہو گئی. کہا پھوپھی اماں آؤ، میرا بابا آیا ہے.
اولاد والوں ذرا محسوس کر لینا، پھپھی اماں آؤ میرا بابا آیا ہے. اب جو پردہ ہٹایا خیمے کا، گھوڑے پر باپ کو نہ پایا. اللہ جانے کیا گزری ہوگی سکینہ کے اوپر، گھوڑے کو باپ کو نہ پایا. ایک بار لجام فرس کا ہاتھ پکڑا، جو سوال کیا وہ کلیجہ پھٹنے والا ہے. کتنا بچی کو خیال اپنے باپ کا تھا، پلٹ کے کہا یہ نہ پوچھا میرا بابا کہاں ہے. وہ سمجھ گئی کہ بابا واپس نہیں آئے گا، اتنا پوچھا اے میرے بابا کے گھوڑے اتنا بتا دے، اقتلا بی اتشانا سخیا، میرا بابا پیاسا مارا گیا یا اسے پانی دیا گیا؟ ذوالجلال تڑپ گیا. اے بی بی آپ کا بابا پیاسا مارا گیا، الاتش الاتش کرتا رہا، شمر کا خنجر چلتا رہا.
تاریخ میں اگر شام کا بازار نہ ہوتا، تاریخ میں اگر شام کا بازار نہ ہوتا، تو حسین کا بیٹا کبھی بیمار نہ ہوتا. آئے کی سنا وہ حال بے تک سرادہ، بھولنا نہیں احسان زینب دے ویرادہ. کی سنا وہ حال بے تک سرادہ. آواز بلند تر صلوات. بی بی آدھی تیڑی 4 سالاں دی، ہو کوئی تھی ہوندی، تائیں کو تھیندا تاں احساس کیویں تھی دے سامنے، ہائے وہ پیو کسدا ہے، اوندا ہوندئی بچان محالے. رو رو کے بی بی آدھی ہے میں گل اپنا اور رکھ دیں دی ہاں، بابے دے گالے دے نالے تو بے دردی نال خنجر چلا. او میں بھی کس دیاں پیو دے نالے، میں جفادا او کانڈ خالی دے کھکے پیو میں دے دی، او نہ کر تو ظلم زیادہ. کون خاتون یہ خیموں سے صدا دیتی ہے؟ کون خاتون یہ خیموں سے صدا دیتی ہے؟ کانپ اٹھتی ہے زمین، عرش ہلا دیتی ہے. کون خاتون ایک بیمار کو کاندھے سے لگا کے زینب کبھی اکبر کبھی غازی کو صدا دیتی ہے؟ کون خاتون؟ اے خدا تیری خدائی کا بھرم رہ جائے، لے تیرے نام پہ زینب یہ ردا دیتی ہے. کون خاتون اسلام کی خدمت کا صلہ مانگ رہی ہیں. ہر صاحب عزت سے رضا مانگ رہی ہے. پردیس میں مرنے کی دعا مانگ رہی ہے. کتنے پیارے تیرے اون محمد زینب، ان کو تو موت بھی جینے کی دعا دیتی ہے. کون خاتون کربلا کی یہی تعریف سنی ہے کہو سے، خاک ہے اور مریضوں کو شفا دیتی ہے. کون خاتون؟ آواز بلند سلام.